I think we got it. All right. There's been a lot of tech issues here, but we finally are up and running. Welcome, Elrock, to the debut of 3.5.
We fought everyone off. All the haters arrived to bring down 3.5. Microsoft turned up. Windows turned up. JavaScript turned up. It all is coming on. It's all trying to come undone. They're trying to bring Donk down, but they can't bring us down. They cannot bring down the launch of season 3.5. Brace for impact. It's going to be this may be our hardest season ever. We're going to see how it goes.
That Windows update 2 days ago absolutely destroyed all my sound settings, and now the classic webcam mic is your default mic now. Enjoy. Ha 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 ha.
You hate to see it.
Yeah. Anyway, this is what, well, I hope you've been waiting for this. We revealed these settings 30 minutes before the start of this race. So for stream, or if you're watching on YouTube who do not know what the heck season 3.5 is going to consist of, well, you have your answer now. There are two major changes here. One, instead of simple level order where you have a linear level progression and you have your guaranteed starting moves early, we have switched over to CLO, or complex level order. That means there is no set path. Anything can be anywhere in any of the levels. That's a very TLDR, but you kind of get the point.
The short of it is it's a more open world. Instead of giving you a structured progression path, anything can be anywhere. There's no restrictions on vines, diving, barrels. We start with barrels, that's nice. There's no restrictions on those moves. There's no restrictions on Kongs. You might get like almost all your moves before you find your third Kong or something crazy like that. You never know. CLO is much more complicated and much trickier to unpack. We're gonna see how these guys do. These guys are certainly veterans, that's for sure. Generic Etiquette, they've been around the block. They've seen CLO before, and well, they're about it. They know what they're in for.
Yeah, and then finally, the other thing that has been a major change here is progressive hints are no more. Instead, we have what I have dubbed, or in what the community has dubbed, Doses Doors. And what that means is instead of hints you get progressively via going bananas in the main menu, or I guess in the pause menu of the game, so to say. Instead, hints are scattered throughout DK Island, throughout the levels at a few select Travenskoff locations. Now, this is a little bit interesting now because we have kind of also DK portals randomized in there as well. So like there's going to be quite a bit of portal randomization and different locations that you're possibly expecting.
It sounds really complicated, and it is kind of complicated, but as we play things out, we'll see how it goes. There's a number of other minor changes to the logic and tweaks. We'll talk about it as we go, I think. I think we got to get these guys going.
Yeah, I think so too. This is likely, well, unless like we got to like a really, really baby seed, this is likely going to be longer than season 3 seeds have generally been, especially since most people, and I would almost say basically everyone, has no experience with these settings. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's tell our race mod to kick things off.
Yeah. You want to put them on screen?
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. So as you can see, we have DK and Chunky starting, coconut gun, barrel throw, and sniper.
Bad? I mean, coconut's like one of the best things you can start with. You love to see barrels. That'll be all sorts of useful for the end game, probably. And, well, maybe. Hard to say, actually. And sniper, it exists, I guess. Maybe we'll get an early castle dive. Find our way into the donkey tree sniping, something wild like that. Hard to say. And you're good to go though, so we will...
With CLO, anything, and I mean anything within the logic boundaries is possible.
Indeedio. Alright, just one more thing. Gotta make sure everybody else in the race lobby is ready. As ready as we are. Is chat ready? I think we're ready. Get your predictions in. Are we going to find 5 Kongs by 45 minutes in CLO? It's very possible. It's very volatile. One of the big things that 4.0 does is completely rework how items are placed. It is a much more, for lack of a better term, generic shuffle.
Yeah, that's why we're researching GenericDude, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's possible we don't find anyone an hour in, and we're beginning.
Here we go. Lock in.
Ooh, Eddaket has the new. This is a new feature in 4.0, song previews.
Oh, what a nice guy. He knows he's got his music going, so he's giving us a little bit of taste. You can just see what the title of the song is as it first kicks off.
Here's one of the 4.0 features. This is Dirt Patch previews that was not present in Season 3 because that was on 3.0. Otherwise, both players are going to do... This is basically the same opening as your normal Season 3. You get 2 checks right away. Can't blame them.
Pretty nice, pretty nice. For all the things change, some things stay the same. It's just the standard opening. Without progressive hints, though, you're not getting any information while you're doing this. So you lose a little bit of that multitasking. Let's see what level 2 is. You might be going into level 2 first. You might be going into level 1 first. You gotta look at the B-lockers. You can't just skirt away. Right. 6 GBs, that's not gonna happen. What's our first hint? Wow, we got our slam hint immediately. That's wild. Our slams are in aisles and caves. One of the hints added in 4.0 is a guaranteed slam hint. If you don't start with blue slam, you'll get a hint that tells you what slams are out there. Or you'll get a hint equivalent to the old micro hints of yore that tell you what level your slams are in. So we know there's a slam in aisle somewhere and there's a slam in cave somewhere.
Speaking of in aisles, it turns out key 5 is there.
So now with key 5 available, maybe we're going into level 6 first. Maybe we're going into level 7 first. The world is our oyster. We can go anywhere.
There's a potion on that Diddy barrel in Snides. Chunky DK.
Donkey per helm. Tricky business. Although with barrels and a back flipper and Chunky, you might be able to get that vial pretty early.
Oh!
Speaking of early vials. Hello.
Mini Monkey. Very cool.
Hey. Great move. What do you got for us, Cranky? You gonna give us a jetpack hint? Ooh!
Oh, we have jetpack!
Jetpack is not foolish. We gotta keep an eye on that guy. It's very possible our medals will turn up something interesting. Maybe that's our slam.
Aztec level 7. What do we got here? 38
to get in. Oh, you're not getting in there. The block tower Kasplat in testing his way to the horde. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Looks like level 1 or level 6 then is our go-to. Forest is our level 1, and that's 1 GB to get in. You're absolutely going here. Oh my god.
The rare room! What is going on?
The fairies. Returning the fairies is on the path to key 6, DK rule and Chunky K rule. We've got an absolute heater. The crate in the Ramby cave is way of the horde and Japes. We have coconut for that, no problem. So if we find Japes, we're good to go there. Oh, we know Japes is level 2. So, and that's like 6 GBs to get in. So very interested in that level. Generic taking his time to run through all the lobbies and get extra hints. You get a hint in each lobby with Doses doors, so it's worth having a look. And I think that's all our hints then. We've got all 4? Or we have 3 of the 4, I think. Which one do we not have?
So we got level 6 and 7. We got 1 and 2. We should have the slam hint, the jetpack hint, the block tower hint, and the Ramby Cave crate hint.
It's 4. I was just wrong. We got the slam hint, 1 path hint, slam hint, 2 way the hordes. And a whole bunch of info to work with. So your opener gets exponentially more complex the more stuff you find in the opener, because look at that, we got another key, and then it just kind of blew up a little bit. It's like, okay, well, now there's 2 more lobbies I want to look at. How do you route that in? These guys are going about it wildly differently. Day 1 of Season 3.5 is off to the races. I think we might get our first look at Forest here, though, as Eddaket is running that way. I don't think we're going to quite make it to 6 GBs before entering a level. A monster hint. That's terrifying.
And obviously we don't have Tiny, but we do have Mini Monkey, so we do have easy access, but players are going to be on the lookout for fairies now. Here's our first look at Dulce's doors. We're just about right in the giant mushroom area right away.
Nice. DK Portal right now is all sorts of wacky. Puts you in weird spots sometimes, and you're going to have to kind of improvise and make do with wherever you get put in a level.
Yeah, so a little bit of a I guess building off of Dulce's doors here, the Troffenskoff Wrinkly doors will take the vanilla locations of the Troffenskoff portals, while leaving one portal for Troffenskoff, at least. And then DK portals themselves are going to be completely random in the main map in the levels. So there's going to be a little bit more randomization there, as you're going to be seeing here.
One bit of thing I've just now realized is that Jetpack is not foolish, but because we know we need fairies, Jetpack could just have a fairy. Like, Jetpack could be effectively garbage if it's a fairy, because you're probably going to find 4 fairies somewhere else. You're probably not going to do Jetpack for a fairy. But
I don't know. I had that one scene where, like, there was, like, you had to, like, get exactly 4 fairies and one of them being on a boss. Like, you never know.
Right, I'm a little suspicious considering we found more metals than GBs in Forest so far. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we need a... maybe we're looking at an early Jetpack here.
You know what? The people want to see it.
I'm just putting it out there. It's a little suspicious.
Thank you, eddaket, for checking the legendary check for the people. I know it wasn't anything, but...
We had to know. We had to know. The people demanded an answer, and we got one. Thank you. Climbing a mushroom versus exploring the rest of forest. Both are totally fine. I think eddaket. There's merit to be had to just trying to get to 6 GBs as fast as possible and getting to Japes to get a known way of the horde, but it's a little unclear. We don't have exactly a ton of progression otherwise, because your options are go to Japes at 6 GBs and Aztec at 38. It's a bit of a jump.
There's potentially a hint door at the top here as well, so that's another reason why coming up is slightly beneficial as well.
We're still in a Season 3-esque setting. Well, it's the boss door. All right, well, there you go.
What is that?
The key is on Pokemon card.
What is that Troffenskoff portal?
Yep. Oh, wow. He's... New to 4.0 is your... new to 4.0 is your... more cosmetics. Things like the loading zone transitions and the TNS portal images. You can put all sorts of fun stuff on there. Really got a boss key on Chunky Minecart, which is kind of wild. Kind of makes sense. Did anyone see how expensive Caves was? I missed that.
Caves was 9, so it is moderately early.
Yeah, Caves is probably fairly accessible after going to Japes, though. That's good. Depending on what key this is, on Chunky Minecart, could be very interesting. If this is like key 2, it opens up level 3 as a possibility. If it's key 4, it opens up level 5. If it's key 6 or 7, it doesn't really do a lot, but we won't say no to that. And Generic, in his mushroom climb, has made it all the way to 6 GBs, so he could leave and go to Japes whenever he wants to, if he's thinking that's the answer. Very tempting, but you're already in Forest. Maybe we stick around a little longer. You gotta, at some point, you're gonna probably have to run out of Forest, so run to the center here. With a spawn in the mushroom area, you gotta do a little bit more walking. What key do we get on the minecart? Key 4. Okay.
Alright, we'll take it.
Not bad, not bad. That gives you Cabin Isle access, dirt patch up there. And whatever level 5 is, we'd also be pretty interested in Factory, because we have a pretty easy way the horde to get in Factory. And Generic is going to have to face Chunky Minecart with the perils of Big Head mode. Chunky's head is abnormally large.
Also another 4.0 feature that the stream has not seen.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Lanky.
Lanky Kong. In a crate, in Forest. Love that.
Potential another hint coming here. What do we got? Llama Temple Foolish. Great hint.
Forget about it. It's good. It's good recall from eddaket to remember that door. That's not a position that is common in basically outside of these settings. That's a a TNS portal right next to Snide that requires daytime. That's one reason why he hasn't made it nighttime yet. Often, people tend to make it nighttime as quickly as possible in Forest because you just get access to more stuff like the Thornvine Barn at night. That door's a lot of info. You don't want to just throw your hints away like that. So you leave it day, check the door, and then probably go make it night after this.
Yeah, because you do got one more Trophenscoff door you could potentially check, and then you also have the DK barn, which is technically still out of logic, but it is still like that's still 3 checks. So like you still got a little more things you can do here.
There's 2 more doors in this level, or there's 3 more doors. There's the door behind the Thornvine Barn. There's the door in the worm area, which we can't get to, and then there's the door in the owl tree area that we can't get to. So we got a little bit of information that's going to be locked away. We'll have to put it in the back of our mind and come back for it later.
We already got chat rooting for Kongs in Hideout Helm, which is something that can happen in CLO, so...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if the people are ready for that, but we'll see if we get it here.
Yeah. And Helm is still 64. Big number. You can get some ugly situations they'll find themselves in. However, again, these guys are quick. The Season 3 has honed everyone to a sharp edge on routing GDs as quickly as possible. And the people are quick nowadays, I tell you what.
And I can imagine, like, even though people are quick, I can imagine we're going to see, like, over the next several races, like, people are going to, it's going to be hard to, like, establish what, like, an established meta is going to be here, right? Because, like, with the DK portal randomizers, like, all your levels are going to be looking moderately different every time.
It's very experimental, yeah. There's very volatile. We'll see how it goes. Should be interesting.
Wouldn't be surprised if we get like a 1:10 finish time on stream one day and then 3 hours the next day.
Oh god. Taking us back to the days of that 1 4-hour seed in a bracket. that was a good time.
Alright, we do have another Trophenscoff portal here. Let's see what we get. Japes Shops Key 8. Cool.
Neat. That could be Vines, that could be Monkey Port, that could be Gorilla Gun, that could be Helm Instruments, that could be Bongo's Triangle. A lot of things that could be Key 8. Still locked by a ton of things. Interesting, the BFI item is not on the path to Key 8, so whatever that is could be something completely different. One thing we haven't seen that's coming in 4.0 is that your multi-path hints could also be on the path to freeing Kongs. And we haven't seen any of those yet, which may bode well for Kongs that are easy to get to, like Lanky in a crate. The believers can hold out hope. It remains to be seen. Not a ton of info being thrown about yet.
I can imagine we're going to be going to Japes here shortly after it checks this, but we should be getting a little bit more info, especially with 2 away the hordes we can do. Alright, we are out of here. Generic trailing a little bit behind, but roughly they have the same idea, it looks like. Where are we going next? Looks like we're checking out level 5, getting the hint door there.
Gotta get new keys, new info. Let's see what we get. I imagine Japes is still your play, but this is certainly worth a look. This could be Factory. Maybe Factory's worth going to. Oh, Galleon it is.
Ooh, Galleon.
Like a Splat and a door in here. One of the best lots to find.
Oh, we're definitely not getting in there, but we do get this hint. Well, good hint.
Yep. In case you somehow got the key off Chunky Minecart and then didn't check that crate. There you go.
Into Japes we go, as we kind of figured.
We have a known way of the horde here. It just makes sense. That could be another key to get us into more levels. That could be a Kong. That could be just something good. Oh, and we spawn in the back. Isn't that convenient? Kind of where we wanted to be.
Oh my, wait. Oh no, there we go.
Yeah, no, when you end up slowed down like that with Rampy, all you have to do is jump, and you
I don't think that's
your
ever
speed.
happened to me, and I've been speedrunning this game for a long time.
I don't know the precise mechanics behind it. I want to say it's like something to do with like what speed you're at when you run in to the crate or something, but I don't know.
Caves Helm Lobbies, key 7, and only key 7.
Oh, well, there's E2. Okay, cool. That gives us another level of options. Level 4 is not accessible yet because we don't have diving, but we'll have to put a pin in that and see what happens there. Maybe it's diving on the path to key 8 in the Japes shops. That sounds exciting.
Generic is still milling around Forest. Pun intended, of course. Not really sure what the plan is here.
Could be thinking metals. Chunky's metals accessible. Playing thorough. He's got DK's metal already. Maybe he's thinking, he's worried about the boss? No, it is just Chunky's metal he's going for. Pearl and Japes. Love that. And let's get a medal count for our jetpack. We got 4 medals for Generic and 2 medals for Edda, so... Still putting it off for a bit. Alright, here's our Japes shop item, potentially. What is this? Just enough money. It's bongos. Woo.
Bongo Blast Path Key 8, and we know DK has to open a helm room. That lines up.
It certainly simplifies things. Simple as.
Let me actually refresh my stream because you're slightly ahead of me.
I was cheating. I was looking at his tracker. The tracker came up way before the item showed up on screen. Hehehe.
This is interesting. Because we have not seen Hillside area, Eddaket is blindly opening some doors here. We'll see if he picked the correct one. Well, he doesn't have Diddy or Tony, I guess.
I hadn't even thought about that. Maybe I'm just too much of a coward. I would have checked the cages before I guessed, but fortune favors the bold.
Or in this case,
discovering that he is broke. That is unfortunate.
Fortune does favor the bold, but in this case, it's fortune favoring the Kong, who's one hell of a guy.
Whose cage did he open?
Oh wait, no, I thought it was. Oh wait, it wasn't Chunky's. It was the other one.
We're just all wrong. That's so hype.
All right, there's a medal. You need it.
It's fairy number 1. All right. Great. I love the jump shot for the balloon, but he was too high. Unlucky.
Alright, we got a shared potion here. I wonder what this could be.
Could be vines. Oh god, it's diving. Oh,
well,
boy.
that complicates the Japes shop sit now, but I'm pretty sure
that
it was
really
pointing
does.
toward bongos.
Oh boy.
Like, there's definitely a chance it is pointing toward diving, but like, just based on the fact that it's only key 8, I feel like it's bongos.
It makes more sense as just bongos, because diving is usually a little more universally applicable, but with all the helm minigames, you can just put a diving minigame there and it's done. You need diving anyway to get into level 4, so life is good. You're not unhappy to see that.
And Caves Colored Bananas, key 6.
That's interesting, because that comes after the Rareware GB room. So then what could that possibly be?
There's probably some weird banana logic happening.
A Generic guessed on Chunky's cage and found Bupkis. Unlucky. I think you put Rocket Barrel on BFI then, and then it's like Cave's Diddy Metal for key 6. That fits pretty well.
Like that.
That's the most straightforward solution. We'll see what We'll see what the game decides. See if the game decides otherwise. Loves to do that.
There's another medal.
Piling on. Keep piling on. We'll get to 9 and maybe we'll have something interesting there.
Generic is definitely doing slightly better on medal count, so it's possible he'll, even though he's behind right now, it's possible he'll get there first. Oh, and there's a potion in there.
I thought that was a pearl. It is a potion. Oh my. We got a potion locked by Hunky Chunky. Interesting.
Now we can do this underground area. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have a new hint coming up on the left. As you can see, there's a very big wrinkly door here, taking the place of the portal. Coconut is 267 Diddy Chunky.
Oh boy. Big one. Makes sense. We got key 2 from Coconut in that crate, so that makes perfect sense. Key 6 and 7. So maybe Castle Lobby has our key 7 if it's Coconut and Cave's Home lobbies.
Yeah.
Fits pretty well. Key 6. I don't know how you combine. Maybe key 6 because key 6 doesn't get you Mini Monkey because BFI is on the path to Diddy K rule and not Coconut, and Coconut is not. So there is a disconnect there. We have to find. Oh wait, we started with Mini Monkey. Did we start with Mini Monkey? Oh, we already got Mini Monkey. Wait, it did get us Mini Monkey. What the heck? Oh, it is on the path to Diddy Face. I can't read. All right, that's how. Coconut got his Mini Monkey, so that explains 6 Diddy Chunky. We know why it explains key 2, and then if Castle Lobby has something, key 7 is solved. We're good. Woo.
We did.
Shoutouts to not reading. It can't be done. It's impossible.
I think Generic took a slightly better out than Edda did here. They're going to be ending at roughly the same time, I think.
Does Eddaket still have to run to the back? Yeah, he's got a bit of a hike.
But yeah, this is just an example of like players are really need to try to figure out how to play levels in a way they're not used to be doing yet. The Travenskov is locked behind Peanuts, so we can't check that right now.
Only one Travenskov portal in each level, and that one is locked behind Peanuts. That might be that could be spooky, but we'll have to see where Peanut falls in line, where the hints fall in line. There you go. There's your monster Coconut hint. Good luck.
Alright, both players should be wrapping up here. I think Edda's going back to get Lanky's medal, then he's leaving.
Makes sense. Can't do the boss, so he's not worried about that. Maybe he's like just short on Lanky's medal and wants like a 5-pack or something.
He forgot. He needs to get these 2.
Really, just 2? Dang.
Very nice slope climb. And we're out.
A GB for the road. Love that. So they gotta be feeling like it feels like they're in pretty similar positions here, but now with key 2 in hand, key 2 and diving, we can look at level 3 and 4. Now you get your pick of the lot. I think you'd want to go into factory most.
Hive is 6 Diddy Chunky.
Oh no, is that the Hunky Chunky?
I feel like we're seeing that a lot. Oh, wow, exactly 16. Perfect.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Okay, so key 6 Diddy Chunky, that lines up with the BFI item.
Oh, we're starting in testing room, and we have the Kasplat hinted, so like, we were gifted.
Hello. Gift wrapped. Away the horde. Baboon blast. Okay.
Cave's Chunky 5-door cabin is Waff.
So that needs Gorilla Gone.
Required Gorilla Gone.
I mean, we already knew we needed both of those items, so that's kind of good. Kind of, in a weird way. Oh, there was a fairy on DK's Japes timed cage. That's pretty nice. That's fairy number 2. Still need 2 more.
There's one in Tiny's Mini Monkey path thing, so there's like another free one for sure. Because you already have Mini Monkey.
Oh. And you would need Tiny to get into BFI anyway, so that kind of mitigates the point. We have no idea where Tiny is though, which is a little unfortunate.
We know where Lanky is, though, thanks to that hint.
Hmm. Yeah, great. Thank you, game. Eddaket's buying a medal. Yeah, he's a jetpack believer, it seems. No, I think I would be too at this point.
Love that little touch. If you look on GenericDude's side, he has the eyes of the B-lockers are randomized sizes, so one was like significantly larger than the other one.
That's like their head bones or something, their eyes. Don't ask how that makes sense. It doesn't. Don't ask.
This is a cave game, okay, chat?
It just be like that sometimes. Don't think too hard.
There's another minor. That's another minor change, by the way, in 4.0. As you can see, the fairy now had a junk item that wasn't possible in version 3.
Did Generic like not look at Funky? Did he not get his diving? Uh-oh. That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
Youch. That's definitely gonna hurt later.
He'll figure it out eventually, I'm sure. Or there'll be another hint.
Yeah, I mean, it's entirely possible we get another hint. In fact, it would be pretty nice if we got another hint, because it could tell us something like, if we got like a Japes Funky is way of the horde, then that might suggest the path hint is pointing at bongos a little bit more than diving. Hard to say. But I like the forest dive here. Blast is something to work with. I'm not sure where you work with Blast, but you have options, I suppose. Could be anything from the Llama Temple to the Factory Blast Course. We're still in a Season 3-esque setting, so our arenas are junk, so we don't have to worry about those, which is nice. Piano game.
Well, turn around, buddy. It's right there.
With what trombone? That is the tricky bit.
Ooh, yeah, I guess we need to come back with that.
We need trombone and
fantastic location for that hint, though.
One thing you gotta worry about in CLO is it's very easy to lose track of what slam you need in any given level because you're flying around levels in all sorts of orders. Fortunately, in Factory, we're in level 3, so it's just green slam, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But keep an eye out for things in Galleon, Caves, or Aztec. It could get ugly. Is that our trombone? No, that's our sprint.
Was hoping for a little bit that was going to be it.
That would have been funny, but we'll have to settle for using sprint in, I don't know, somewhere else. Far from a useless item. Medal number 8 for Edda. Generic is also at 8. They're both going to be Ion Jetpack pretty soon. Even though they're on different trajectories.
Yeah, that is a good point. Sprint is now a lot more important in version 4 of Donk Rando. There's been a couple of patch things that makes it so that you need sprint for the Lanky Helm game and also the Rabbit Race.
Medal number 9 for Edda, rivaling Fairy number 3 for Generic. So we're gonna get our luck at Jetpack here soon, I think. And if it says Fairy, then it's just tragic, but
Caves Cranky Tiny, I think that was.
Caves Cranky Tiny, indeed. Generic is close. I think he's trying to push to 9 medals before he heads over to Cranky. If he's lucky, he'll get it, but you just never know. You just never know. Oh, we got a spawn behind an ice wall. That's interesting. So you can skip punch for that one Gorilla Gun check. Interesting. Alright, Cranky, what do you got for us? What is on Jetpack? Oh, he's just sending it. It could be a fairy, for what it's worth. So this could be total trash, but you know, maybe your fourth.
This is for the people. He knows he's getting restreamed.
True. Man of the people. Why does Jetpack look like it's just so much higher frame rate than the rest of this game? Is it? It might actually be.
Someone get Balam in here. He can answer that.
This game's just crispy. I can't explain it. Bonk.
Uh-oh.
Enjoy the bin. He's back. He's back. He's back.
Yo, do we have dinners?
Oh. There you go. And that's not even the way of the Horde Potion.
Well, you can't get the way of the Horde Potion. It's a fairy!
Oh, it's a fairy. Oh. The dangers of the Jetpack hint is that It's not foolish. That fairy is not foolish because something important is on BFI. Therein lies the danger. But that's fairy number 3 for him, so he's not too far from the 4th. Problem is, we don't have Tiny, and we don't know where Tiny is either, so... Who knows when Tiny will turn up? Maybe you'll find 2 more fairies by then. Not exactly ideal. And Eddaket's factory trip, I think, is coming to an end, and no Tiny in sight. It is unfortunate. One more door for the road, though. Aha!
Galleon can splat. Oh, we found a slam.
We found the slam and Tiny at the same time. Tiny is on a Kasplat in Galleon, which is 28 GBs locked, so you got a little ways to go there. And our slam is on Cave's Donkey Metal, which may help. Maybe. Unclear.
Generic now has 9 medals and go check out Cranky's game, and maybe he will do the same thing as Edda, maybe he won't.
It would be his 4th fairy, but again, without Tiny, the point is moot. You can't exactly do anything in BFI until then. But now Eddaket kind of has that knowledge of like, alright, well, I guess I just got to get 28 GBs before I can keep going.
Main Isle's path to only chunky phase.
Huh. So that could be our... That feels like Punch, right? If the Hive Tunnel item is so important, like maybe BFI has Hunky Chunky, and then the Hive Tunnel item is the thing in the Hunky Chunky bonus barrel, maybe that's our Rocket Barrel. And then Rocket Barrel to, oh my god, Rocket Barrel to, like, Aztec Lobby Roof Dirt for your Punch. Here we go, now we're cooking.
Alright, so there's a change here. There is a patch in version 4 that you could get the lanky and tiny checks in production room without needing to slam the switches. We fixed that so you actually need to slam the switches now, which is why Eddaket did that, and you normally didn't see that before.
The vanilla game, for some unknown reason, just has those things pre-spawned for... who knows? The inner workings
nice
of
save there.
Where we're... aha, Generic is back here. Maybe he was, like, poor or something at the time, but... He's got his diving now, so he's back in the game.
Yeah, that didn't really cost that much time, so...
It sets him back a little bit, but he had a productive time in...
Caves, yeah.
I mean, certainly finding the slam and Diddy is nothing to sneeze at.
Alright, we are making our way up now. Again, we cannot check the tiny barrels we normally would in former settings, such as Season 3.
Welcome back, Factory Lobby Backflip.
I think everyone forgot how to do this.
You can kind of wing it, but there is a lineup that helps a lot, but yeah, you can kind of make it work. You're getting a factory boss check? Interesting. I bet he's doing this because the TNS is at the top of production, and it's like, I'm never coming back here, so if I never check it now, it's never going to get looked at ever again. It's kind of just a hedge against the world, just like, alright, it's now or never. If I leave this behind, I'm never going to look at it, so I would rather not do that. Did we see what our level 4 is? Our level 4 is Castle, so we may actually get a look at Castle Lobby. I don't think Eddaket ran in here. He ran straight to Factory. He found Factory and was like, yes, please.
So Igloo is 6'8", Chunky Diddy Lanky.
Oh, interesting. Is that maybe our trombone then? If we think Isles Airspace is a possibility? I like that. But then the Igloo seems... And it's on the path to the most things, so it seems like this is an item you need very early. The question is where might it be? We got our slam as a medal reward, so it's not the slam. Here's our key 7.
Just get key 7, yeah, so we knew that was hinted.
That is indeed solved, no big deal. Eddaket bombs out of the, trying to steal a couple more lanky bananas. It was just a GB at the top of the pipe, so that's not too big a deal. Oh my god, wait a minute. Cave's medal rewards is hinted to key 6, and we just got a slam off the Caves Metal rewards.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's not great.
Uh-oh.
Kind of forgot about that guy. I'm kind of hoping that it's not that, but you know what? If you got the slam in your pocket, you can't be too unhappy with that.
Alright, so now we have Generic retracing out his steps. And Eddaket once again having just barely enough to go into this level if he wanted to.
Wow. I think he really wants to get into Galleon to try and get Tiny. So 25 to get in here is not particularly inspiring. You'd much rather have 28 to get into Galleon and pull Tiny. Well, there's not that many Casplats you can actually get right now. There's only Kevin. Only Kevin in the Lighthouse you can get as a Casplat. You would need Diddy and Peanut to get the one in the shipyard. You would need Vines to get the one in the caverns. You would need Pineapple to get the one in the canning room.
I love that Trough and Scoff portal spawn. That's just basically an improved version of the vanilla spawn.
It is pretty nice. It is a very generous castle spawn. Castle spawns are generally pretty generous on the main map because the one at the very bottom is just a little bit out of the way. Anything that puts you into the middle of the action is pretty nice. What do we got here?
Main isle, only
yep.
key 5.
Yep, we got that. That was I forgot where it was, but it was super easy.
It was in the dirt patch below caves.
Yeah. Nice and easy.
Now,
no
for the people who gambled on 45 minutes for all Kongs, we're starting to get a little bit close here, about 8 minutes away. It's possible Edda turns around the moment he gets 28, but like you said, there's only one Casplat available, so like, what are the chances that even happens?
And he doesn't have Diddy either. You're better off hoping that Generic races to 28 and turns around and runs straight to Galleon at that point. Because the Tiny hint is in Forest, or is in Factory, so... I believe it's the storage hint.
About to get there now.
A ways to go. A ways to go yet in this seed. We're in early days, and we have a decent chunk of info to work with, but it's still very much incomplete. Getting Tiny would be a great start, though, because then we could get into BFI and start unpeeling that pack. Unpeeling that path. Unraveling. That's the right word. That's the word I was looking for. I just said all the wrong things at the wrong time. Pineapple,
we
hello!
Got Pineapple!
Pineapple bailed me out from stumbling over my words. Thank you very much.
Pineapple was DK Underground Dungeon area.
Donkey Dungeon. That's a classic... very few requirements location. That's just classic. It wasn't that hint. It was the arcade hint. That's the tiny hint. It's coming. It's coming. Gotta keep an eye out. This Trough and Scoff door down here on the lower castle. Very spooky. Junky 5-door igloo. Ooh. That
could be our igloo one, our big one.
That would make a lot of sense. We would still need triangle though, and we have no leads on that.
Wait, is Vern Dash here? Is she in the race? Someone ping her.
Oh my
hey,
God. There's our Vines. You'll love to see that one. Vines is definitely one of the trickier items in CLO. You certainly needed to get into Helm, and it's good to have that in your pocket. Not too difficult to find. Do we need it for anything else? I think it's unclear. Oh, of course there's a fairy to buy with Diddy, but... with what Diddy? Oh my God. Can't catch a break.
Looks like, I think we missed it, but it looks like Generic was not bamboozled by the fake rareware. Well, it wasn't fake, it was just like, it's not something you would do if you checked.
Frankie looks really strange with a small head. I didn't realize that.
SX Shops is that mess.
That's our triangle, right? That's got to be our triangle for sure.
Aztec is 38 golden bananas, though. That's a pretty big jump. So you can't really get that yet. But it looks like we are going to be going to Galleon here. With vines, we now have 2 checks we can do.
Or 2 Kasplats we can check, yeah. And for what it's worth, I think it's pretty likely we pull Tiny here. I promise they exist. The free Kong paths do exist. They're out there. We haven't seen any of them, which makes me think that our Kongs are kind of easy to get to. So I'm thinking that it's going to be one of Kevin or the Vines Kasplat that has Tiny here. And we'll be off to the races. Edda doesn't have any idea where Diddy is, but...
Nice location.
Picks caves. If he picks caves at any point, which he probably will do, maybe after Aztec, he'll be a happy camper. Oh, with Pineapple, we get a 3rd one, actually. Wait, we're gaming. Eddaket's so smart. He's smarter than me. He didn't realize that first. Way to go. And you can do the candy game room if you so desire. Alright. 0 for 1.
Ooh, miss.
Uh-oh. I swear, I miss one shot in the candy game, it just all starts crumbling. You gotta recover. Hold it together, hold it together. Lock in.
He looks pretty aligned here. I think this is gonna be good. Yeah, he got it. Just barely, but he got it.
Your reward, another medal. Taunting. Teasing. Yeah, great.
Yeah, so I forgot Pineapple makes a 3rd Kasplat available here, so now there's 2 more Kasplats you can check in Galleon.
And a door up here too. Very nice. Generic not afraid of that TNS portal at the top of Factory. He's like, nope, I don't care. I'm leaving.
There she is.
Wow, so Tiny is here, which means you have to go to Castle to get your vines before you can get Tiny. Oof. That's a cheeky one, that's for sure.
That's a CLO moment right there. Hive Tunnel's 2 potions.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Alright, well. We're thinking that it was the hunky barrel, but it seems like there might be something else back there. Maybe a mini requirement back there, the hive or the hive itself.
Well, I mean, there's there's definitely nothing else, so it's got to be some kind of mini requirement.
And we got Tiny, we got Mini, so maybe it's Feather on BFI instead? Maybe? I don't know. Another fairy to be bought by Diddy. Apparently Diddy's buying every fairy in this game. This is ridiculous. Eddaket can now go into BFI, but doesn't have the fairies needed to actually do it.
Generic is going to Galleon, but unfortunately does not have vines. You need to go to Castle first.
He's going all in on Kevin, because Pineapple is also in Castle. And he will come up short.
There are a few doors down in this area that Eddaket, I'm hoping, checks.
I need to watch more people route the lighthouse because I feel like it's very complicated. You have a lot of like disparate. You have a lot of bits and pieces that are all over the place. Wow!
Oh, that is not a common one.
The quicksand barrel. That is Strong Kong, Blast, and Red Slam. Oh no!
Well, at least we know where one is. What level one is.
That must be our key 6, right? That makes that slam on.
That makes that Giga Path.
That makes it much more likely to be key 6, I think. Wow. So that explains our blast wave horde too as well. So we're good there. Dang.
Yeah, you can see that this probably could have been routed a little better here, but now there's another door down here.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do? But if you go down here with On Guard, you get de-transformed, so it's super awkward. There's our Diddy hint, so Eddaket can finally go pick up his Diddy. He now knows that, oh, I could just go get Diddy right now. That would be pretty nice.
Looks like he's going to
probably
jump
does
in here.
that. So if I'm Eddaket, I'm thinking, okay, I do a quick little caves dive, go get my Diddy, hopefully get to 38 GBs, and then run into Aztec and start the whole chain. Get whatever you need out of the shops, and just keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling and hope it all plays nice. Yeah.
We'll take the GB and GAD here. Also note that Eddaket is only 3 away from being able to access Aztec too, so we're probably going to dip caves, get Diddy. We'll have all 5 Kongs by then, and then I can see him go Aztec after.
He has remembered that this spring barrel has a vial, and now he's finally got a backflipper, so he's going to go get it right now. You can backflip up a Tiny and then like tag to Chunky maybe. Gets you in the barrel.
Go.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Problems here. Generic trying his luck on the seal race. Or maybe he wants DK's metal, more likely. Yeah. That fits pretty well too. Tricky bit with this is that you need Peanut to like actually reap the rewards of doing the blast course, so it's not particularly inspiring. Oh, he's got the blue slime. He can do the lighthouse. I love this.
Yeah, Eddaket did not have that.
He's committing all the way to the donkey's metal here, I think, with coconut, lighthouse, climbing. Climbing's given, I suppose. That's gonna be a whole other can of worms to unpack. And guitar. What do you make a guitar? I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know if we have anything that guitar could be locking right now, but I mean, it's a moderately significant item, right?
Fairy number 4 for Generic. Unfortunately, he is out of luck. No dice. He cannot do it. And he is dumping blueprints. He is headed to Aztec. He's got 30. He's gonna get to 38 here and just go. Kind of surprised he doesn't go to. He has the tiny hint, right? Oh, he has the tiny hint. Oh, but he doesn't know where Vines is, so that's a bit of a problem.
So apparently, I didn't even know this. You can adjust the DK Isle map in Snines 2 to whatever you want. Since when was that a thing?
What the? Oh yeah, the painting rando. Yeah, you can change the number of paintings in the game.
I had no idea.
It's all sorts of goofy.
I guess I missed that. Well, yeah, it was probably a long time ago.
Those cheeky cosmetics.
Yeah, Eddaket is just gonna go straight for Tiny here. Taking a different path than what Generic did.
Well, the tricky thing is that he's trying to balance this because he wants to go into Aztec immediately and get the thing he needs to go back into to the igloo. So he wants to do as little in caves as possible because there's just no point. This is also a Way of the Horde potion we haven't seen yet.
Hunky Chunky.
Okay, that lends a lot more credence to the Feather on BFI Hive Tunnel Hunky Potion theory.
Yep.
Pretty good.
And now Eddaket is 3 gold bananas away from being able to get into Aztec and now has all 5 Kongs in 49 minutes, just missing the 45-minute mark.
What do you suppose our trombone is? Riddle me this. Could it be trombone as our igloo item? Is that possible?
Could be igloo, it could be Aztec shops.
No, because there's 2 Lanky Carol items, so it can't be the Aztec shop directly. It has to be something either in the igloo or led to by the igloo.
Oh, right, because we already started with barrel throw. Got a new hint coming here. Forest Center Beanstalk key 4, we already knew that.
Yep, that was Chunky Minecart.
Outer Isles key 6, huh?
Oh, jeez. Maybe that's our slam? Maybe the Fairy Queen has the slam. Or Strong Con.
Well, Rare Banana Room's not on Fairy Queen. Or is not Outer Isles.
So the Fairy Queen's gift is an Outer Isles check. The Rareware GB room is separate.
Oh,
the Rareware
okay,
GB
okay.
room is
Right.
exclusively the Fairy check.
That's right.
That is isolated, similar to how Jetpack is isolated, so you know much more accurately if you need to collect stuff. Collect various things. Are the hints distributed doors around the same number as regular hints? It is the exact same distribution, just spread throughout the game instead. The same sort of thing you would have gotten from your progressive hints are just simply found on doors instead. And we've got most of our info, I think. Not everything, but most of it. There's a number of hint doors that are locked by various requirements. There's a number of hint doors on top of cabins that are difficult to get to. You can backflip up with Diddy or Tiny, or anybody really. But Rocket Barrel makes it a lot easier. There's some punch lock doors that you have to think about. We haven't even gotten to like the peanut lock door in Japes. Galleon has a couple peanut lock doors. So there's information still to be had in the world, but they've got enough to work with, I think, to make a game plan. Generic running through Aztec has not found the winning item yet, but
I don't think he saw the hint for DK's quicksand, but he could just stumble upon it here.
he did, I think. He did see that was hinted, but the problem is he doesn't have red slam, so what is he doing? Oh, wait, our slam is in Isles. I'm actually pretty confident the Fairy Queen has our slam. Or could be Pound the X. That would be really funny.
Oh, wow.
It's one of the two. It has to be one of the two for our Outer Isles hint. There's simply put, there's simply no other option. It just has to be that. I think that's a fairy in the Hunky Igloo.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
I don't think that was anything special.
Yeah, we've seen that hint already.
That's got to be Rocket Barrel locked. It just makes too much sense. Every Diddy K. Rool hint is paired with a Chunky K. Rool hint, which makes me think that Rocket Barrel is going to get us our answer somehow. All right. Going from the back of Aztec to the front of Aztec, Generic is on his way to 2 more shops and potentially whatever our item is that we need out of the shop. Hopefully he can buy it. If it's a tiny potion, it is kind of a disaster for him. A number of things it could be saxophone, could be triangle. I think triangle is the best thing you could get. Yeah, I think it has to be one of those two, I think, because I think it is pretty much has to directly lead you into the igloo somehow. And we've got igloo access for all the other ones, and it can't be trombone because of the hints. It is a tiny potion. Oh, that's painful.
Cave's Helm Lobbies is that.
Oh my.
Alright, so we got a tiny potion in an Aztec shop. Yeah, I feel like Generic has just been getting the unfortunate side of these the randomness so far in this seed.
No kidding. What do you suppose that Cave's Home Lobbies thing is?
Well, what do we get already? We got key 7, so it obviously can't be that. So maybe it's just punch locked. It could be in Helm Lobby too.
It could be punch locked. It could be like Peanut on. No, but it's to Lanky phase, so that's probably where trombone is.
Yeah, that makes more sense, I think. So I think you get the Aztec shops for triangle, get whatever's in the chunky 5-door igloo for whatever that is, and then use that to get whatever's in Cave's Helm Lobbies for probably trombone, maybe?
Helm Lobby Splat kind of fits. Kind of like that. Because we got Coconut and Sniper. We know where Vines is.
Do not have Monkey Port, though.
Monkey Port is the big question mark, but Monkey Port would also be on the path to Key 8 because it gets you into Helm.
Yep.
Which brings us back to this igloo hint. So maybe igloo is our Monkey Port item. There's Edda's Slam, so that's Slam 2 for him. That's the Cave Slam. He's got to be very happy with that one, although that actually probably pins down Key 6 for him really hard. It's like, okay, so Slam from the medal reward. I know I need Red Slam for some check. The Slam is on the path to Key 6. We can put Key 6 on that check. It's a little bit roundabout way, but I got there in the end, I think. Okay, I said he was going to do as little as possible in caves, but I guess I made that up because he's still here.
I mean, he's still not at 38 golden bananas. So, like, this will get him to 38 here, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get warp too. Like, just finish off and then leave.
Generic dumping everything got him to 47, so he is flying.
But yeah, Eddaket looks like he's just going to finish up the remainder of caves here, and then probably going to go take the path that we think we said earlier. But get out of here, go to Asset, get the triangle, go from there.
You know, Coconut on the path to... Wait, hang on. No, it can't be the Helm Obby Splat, because Coconut is not on the path to Lanky K. Rool.
Yeah, wait, is Ponytail Twirl potentially in logic for that? I can't remember.
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Right, and working his way up, backflipping up this cabin to get this TNS portal. Well, it's a portal, so no such luck. Getting up the other one is quite a bit trickier, but you can do it. Just backflips.
Returning
the banana fairies.
Nice
sure
job,
is.
Edda. Oh, Isles Chunky Barrel. Was that what that was?
That was the Chunky Barrel in Helm Lobby. That fits a lot better.
Yes.
So now, where's Gorilla gone? Monkey Port and Gorilla gone on the path to that item, which is probably on the path to DK Roll, Chunky K Roll, Lanky K Roll. That's probably Trombone. So then where's Monkey Port? Where's Gorilla gone? We kind of need those. Real bad. It's not on BFI, because the item on BFI is on the path to T6. What the heck? Eddaket's got 4 fairies, though, so we're going to figure out what BFI has. Does she have the slam? I think she's got the slam. She had a GB. Never mind. I made that up. Does that mean Pound the X has the slam?
Could be Summit, too.
I think it's got to be Pound the X. You have to walk out and walk back in for this. It's kind of annoying, but... No, I'm thinking the Outer Isles item. What's the Outer Isles to T6? I think that's where the other slam is.
Generic's going to be getting his vine soon, fortunately.
There we go. Generic's on his way. So what is this item? This is weird. This is like...
That's slam.
Why is that clear? That's illegal. No, this doesn't make any sense to be slam. It simply is, though. It simply is. I know nothing, I suppose. So maybe Outer Isles has like our Strong Kong or something. So you put like Strong Kong on Pound the X. Vines for Generic, he's got to be happy with that. But yet... Okay. This is all well and good, but... How do you square that circle? The slams definitely don't lock each other, so you know you're not thinking about blue slam.
This is a good check by Edda. You can do this. It's an Angry Aztec. So Monkey Port probably just on the shop?
That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. That's the Igloo hint for Generic, I think. Is that the Igloo hint or the Aztec hint? I'm not sure. But now with Vines in his pocket, he's got to be like, okay, I can do another Kasplat and Galleon. I can get that rolling. There's a pretty sizable GB difference between these two. Eddaket's at 39 with 7 blueprints, whereas Generic dumped most of his blueprints. He's at 49 plus 1 blueprint. I didn't see what it was, or was it bought in Aztec for Monkey Port?
Wait, say that again.
What was the monkey? Where's the Aztec location?
It's Cranky. Cranky Shop.
Okay, it was Aztec shops for Monkey Port. Okay. I didn't quite catch what the micro hint said. Once you have access to all 7 levels, in this case that's I think 38 GBs, you can get that Monkey Port hint, which is pretty nice. You got to go to 64 to get the Gorilla Gun hint, so we are not so close to that one. Yeah, which would you rather have here? Would you rather have a GB lead or a progression lead? I feel like it's got to be. I feel like I'd be much happier with the progression lead right now, because this is definitely a doozy.
Eddaket going out of his way to get more hints, which seems like the safe play here. But that is something we already knew and something he already did.
Womp womp. So if that slam is on the path to key 6, Diddy K roll, and Chunky K roll, that puts the Strong Kong barrel much earlier in logic than I thought. It also means I think it has to be a different Caves medal for key 6.
Yeah. Like who's in one like Diddy?
Diddy's medal makes the most sense. It could be you find like Punch and it's on Chunky's medal maybe, or Donkey's. I have to check we gotta run to the calculator and
also, I'm pretty sure Strong Kong is going to be in play because of that Way of the Horde DK barrel and Aztec. So we also deal with that.
I think that's our Outer Isles item. I think that has to be Strong Kong at this point, because I doubt Strong Kong is on the path to anything else.
Yeah.
Well, no, because that's gotta be on the path to key 6 Diddy K roll, Chunky K roll. Where the heck is that item? Is that the Hive Tunnel item?
Could be.
That must be the Hive item then. Which means Feather is somewhere. I guess we don't care. Who cares? Feather could be like Coconut Locked. Feather could be... I don't even know. I mean, shoot, Feather could be like on the Helm Lobby Splat. That would go kind of crazy.
Eddaket does in fact have Super Duper, so he can do this.
We're gonna figure out what this is. Oh boy.
For a second, I couldn't remember if I actually had Red Slam or not, so I was like, uh-oh, are we getting ulti-tweeted? Not today, though. Prod Room 1. I don't think we got anything in Production Room yet.
Rod. Yeah, I don't think so. Which means it would be on, like, Tiny's or Diddy's, I think. Tiny Potion and Castle. It is just agonizing every time Generic runs into a shop and sees a potion that he can't buy. It is just pure agony. Tiny buys apparently just every move in this game, somehow.
That is a big sad for... once again, a big sad for GenericDude.
Alright. What's in the Strong Kong tunnel? The people are dying to know. Literally. Eddaket is going to be taking significant amounts of damage as he works his way through this tunnel out of logic. What is this potion?
Welcome to bonus stage.
We'll have to wait. Wait and see. Going out of logic Strong Kong here is all sorts of weird, because this could be... I don't even know, man. I think it's not... What can it not be? It can't be Trombone. Oh, Generic's having a great time giving us a good look at that painting. Welcome to the club 4.0. This is the good stuff. We're still on the dev branch, but...
It looms. 4.0 is looming, chat.
Looming, that's the right word. Looming.
Hey, Rocket Barrel.
Okay. So we're out of logic Strong Kong for Rocket, which is... We need that. We need that real bad. So that means this must be like the end of the path then. It's gotta be, right?
Oh, there's a green potion in here.
Okay.
Blanky Maze, Hedge Maze has a green potion.
And this is not even slam locked at all. That's just triangle. Oh, baby.
We need that.
That's a big item, because now we can do Chunky Igloo, which is huge. That might be Gorilla Gon. And then you buy Monkey Port in Aztec. Generic is running straight to caves with that. He recognizes the importance of that. Time to go.
Yep. I feel like this is the first time this Generic has finally caught a break.
He's got the initiative once again. Well, they both kind of have initiative in their own way. Eddaget's kind of taking his time clearing up on GBs. He's catching up on that GB deficit by running through Aztec here and being a little more thorough in his clear. Generic still has quite a bit of catch up to do, particularly getting Tiny. He's got to go scoop up Tiny from Galleon and then just do all sorts of stuff. He might be putting off for Peanut, but now that he's got Pineapple and Vines, I feel like it might be worth a gamble to go back into Galleon and try and scoop up Tiny from one of the 2 Casplats. Alright, the main character has arrived once again.
With a large head.
Yeah, that fits. That tracks. That tracks for sure.
Someone ping Vern Dash again, please.
Okay, Ed of Bind, everything besides the thing in the shop that we care about. That's cool.
I'm not mad. Man.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
We have another green. Is this gorilla gone?
It must be, right? Surely.
There it is.
Wow. Okay, so that makes sense. That tracks for the potion at the top of, or that makes sense for the chunky barrel in Helm Lobby, which means this item that we're about to buy here is Monkey Port in Aztec. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So then, maybe pound the excise key 6? Maybe the Outer Isles check is the key 6 end game, which puts like saxophone on a caves medal somewhere. We get the info all at once. We get the benefit of seeing them like both run around at indoors and get information at different times, and we can compile the information early. We got the scoop. We got the latest. They gotta work with what they have at the time, which is
Nintendo coin sighting.
It's not the Nintendo coin, but wow, a Vines minigame just for some rub-ins. Oh my god. That is unnecessarily toxic, but that's okay.
You can technically do that one without Vines. You just don't have a lot of time.
That's probably pretty hard. So what is this?
Feather Bow!
That's our feather, okay. That makes sense, because that's Gorilla Triangle Lock. Yeah, that tracks. And so then you would take that to the Hive Tunnel to get Strong Kong, then? That's probably Strong Kong in the Hive area, so you don't actually care about that anymore. Well, Generic doesn't have the slam, so you might care about that. He still has Tiny. Tiny's so bad. He's got to get into BFI like right now. Although from his perspective, it's possible that the slam could be in the Hive Tunnel. Well, no, he doesn't have Tiny to use Feather, so yeah. It all just comes back to Tiny for him, so I expect he will end up in Galleon shortly. Tiny's on the Vines Kasplat and Galleon, so he can do it, and he has the hint that Tiny's on a Kasplat and Galleon. The problem is that there's 2 Kasplats that are locked by Peanut, so it's a 50-50 right now for him. There's the big Helm Lobby chunky barrel hint. You're like, what? That like makes you recontextualize all your hints you've seen up to this point. It's like, okay, I have a path hint for that area. How do I tie all the other path hints and the knowledge I've accumulated already into making it all make sense? Which, let me tell you, is much easier from the comfort of my chair than in the hot seat.
Wait, are you telling me, as a player, this is harder to process everything while playing? There's no way.
So hard. It's so hard. I'm telling you, with Season 3.5, we might have some of our hardest settings yet. This is certainly a very difficult combination, a very difficult puzzle to unpack. People have been coasting on Season 3. They're like, oh, we're bored of Season 3. Let's get something else. Season 3 is so plain. Whatever, we've seen it all. All right, try this.
I would never mess up Season 3 settings myself.
No, of course not. Everybody talking smack till they get punched in the mouth.
Oh, there's a potion on Beetle Race!
What the heck? There's no shot. What could this possibly be?
So, Orang Sprint was coconut locked. Now, coconut locks a lot of things. It's not going to be trombone. It can't be that.
The best thing this could be is like
peanuts. I think this could be peanuts if it's anything important. Maybe primate punch.
Yeah, peanut or punch would be the two that make the most sense here. Where do we get Hunky from again?
Hunky was Case Cranky Tiny.
Oh, that was the that was the shop that Generic's passed like 3 times now. Just agony. And Rocket Barrel chasing your Key 6 makes a lot of sense here, because Rocket Barrel is your best lead on Key 6 and will remain that way for some time, I think. Actually, Cave's Diddy Metal kind of makes a ton of sense, but we're just not going to worry about that, I guess. We'll punt on that. Edda's thinking... What is he thinking here? O-stand? Why O-stand? Maybe he just wants force metals?
Yeah, I don't know why he did this one first, but we wanted to check it either way, I guess.
Oh, there, Generic. Whoa there. Almost taking a tumble on the Beetle Race, but we're good. We're gonna figure out what the heck this is.
Oh, he didn't make it, but this pause exit isn't as bad because the pause
no.
right there.
Oh no, it's clear. It's clear. Oh,
no! Can we get enough in chat for the Beetle Race, everyone?
Give it up for the Beetle Race.
All of this get truly generated something special for this inauguration 3.5 race, didn't he?
How could he do anything else? Alright, Eve's Blast? New dice. So what could Edda do right now? I think his hard stuck point is triangle. He just has to find triangle.
And I don't think he has any like sort of path to getting triangle right now because it's in a Sphere Zero and Castle.
Yeah, and he's trying all sorts of stuff in Forest. I wonder what I'm not sure what he's thinking in Forest. Maybe he's just thinking it's like out of the way. Who else would check this?
It's possible he could just get Key 6 and check where triangle's in Helm, right?
But now they're both in Forest. Did we just like miss a hint? Are we stupid?
Truly thoughts.
That's actually true. If you get to 64, you can get into Helm and just start slurping up your instrument hints. Your monkey port, your extra hints in Helm. That would be pretty nice. And how close is he? He's at... Okay, he's at 52 and 9 blueprints. He's actually at 61 GBs. He may actually be considering that. His GB advantage has returned. Somehow they high-five at the top of the mushroom. One exiting, Chunky shooting while the other is entering. That is perhaps the least likely high-five I've seen in some time. Ah, you can rush the Gorilla hint, but it's not my triangle, right? So you actually can't get into Helm yet. You just have to find triangle. And I think he's searching for what he may hope is a triangle hint, but it just doesn't exist.
I mean, there are a lot of doors he didn't check. I'm not sure if he can get to any of them, like additional ones, but...
There's a lot of locked doors he can't check, yeah.
Back in the castle, GenericDude goes. Meanwhile, Eddaket's still sticking around
Tiny,
first.
I guess. I think Generic just hates Tiny. And that makes sense.
Maybe he thinks he needs peanuts for Tiny. I don't know.
It's the only thing that makes sense. He's got 2 more Kasplats he could look at, but he's simply not. Chasing Blast. Blast is hinted way the Horde, but we have a good reason for it in the Quicksand Cave already, so no dice there. Okay, now Eddaket's going back to Castle. If he climbs Castle, he'll be a very happy camper when he pulls his triangle. In fact, he's probably gonna like do like a J turn out of Castle, effectively. Just get out of here. Oh, is he not?
He'll basically do. He won't even do a 1-8. He'll just flip his car into reverse and just go.
Yeah, just whoop.
No! Why? Why?
No, go back.
Oh, I know what he's doing. He's gonna try to do Pound the X.
Well, with what saxophone? He gets a look at the fairy, I suppose.
Yeah, you don't have sax for this.
GBs are GBs. Nothing left for him there. Can we get a sniper usage out of the tree? That's a little spicy.
Okay, he's going back. Saved.
Yeah, he's doing like what I like to route, which is, you know, as soon as you remember something, oh god, stop everything and go and do it immediately before you forget. Because like, what if that fairy had something like critical? I don't know. How could you possibly? It would be a disaster to have left that behind. High 5 entering Castle. That's crazy. That one is a much better sync.
I love how both players have like instinctively tried to do like their normal movement from the vanilla portal on like all these levels.
It do be like that.
Looks like Eddaket's gonna take a top-down approach here. Definitely okay with that. A lot quicker. Alright, are we gonna be doing it? Yes, we are!
There we go.
Oh, baby.
So the greenhouse will get Eddaket unstuck, which is gonna feel great. That like uncorks the seed. You go like, yes, feather, bang, and then maybe he runs to Strong Kong. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he thinks he can skip it. More importantly, you run straight to Gorilla Gon, and maybe you also get feather at the same time. And then Helm Lobby awaits. What is up there?
Eddaket does not immediately turn around. I think he just wants to get this. Oh, no! Okay, now he's gonna leave.
That might do it.
Right,
we've all been there.
Is falling off Castle on anyone's bingo boards? Anyone?
What about flinging yourself off of Castle? That's a classic. I love it when I do that. Generic having to climb the old-fashioned way. He doesn't have his rocket barrel. And I guess Eddaket did do more of the surroundings. I think it might be fishing for 64 here. He's at 54 and 9 blueprints. So if he gets one more GB somewhere, he's all set. Maybe he's looking. Oh, there's a potion here. I guess Eddaket has. I guess Generic has seen this, but hasn't actually picked it up yet. What is this potion?
Oh, nice, beautiful.
Not particularly inspiring. We are no longer out of logic for that guitar, but neither the spring nor the guitar is hinted, so I can't say I'm particularly interested in that spring. It's just another ticked box. We're good to go. Okay. Generic continuing to hate Tiny. Not going back to Galleon. Eddaket has seen one more hint and has decided, alright, I think I have better things to do now. Take me to... a little dance. Caves. Generic doesn't have the tiny hint? There's no shot he doesn't have the tiny hint. It's like this, is it the arcade hint, I think? Oh, is he running to the arcade right now? Oh no. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's definitely one of the things that's gonna be really hard to keep track of is who knows what hints. They're all over the place.
There it
I just saw
is.
that fun guy in. Yep. Yerp.
Yep. Immediately leaving.
Yerp. The problem is now once he picks up Tiny, it's like what do you even do? There's like 4 shops you could run to. I think it's actually 4 shops you could run to that all have a move for Tiny. It's something insane. It's at least 3. You could run to caves to buy your hunky. That's Way of the Horde.
Well, the silver lining, he doesn't have a shortage of what he needs to do, so...
You have options. You could run to Aztec for your monkey port, which is likely Way of the Horde. You could run to Castle for your spring, which is garbage. Probably. Alright, so is Helm solved for Edda now? I think it is, because he's going to get Gorilla Gun here. He's got both Helm instruments, he's got monkey port, he's got vines, he's good to go here. So he's only worried about key 6 right now. And I guess he needs punch as well. And trombone. Okay, never mind, there's a lot of things to be worried about. I think that rocket barrel gets you your... No, it's not rocket barrel. Is it just trombone in the Cave Some lobbies? And then you get...
I think it has to be.
Trombone there. You put trombone on that bonus barrel. You put punch on, like, the summit barrel in Isles. And then you find key 6 off of rocket barrel on Cave's Diddy Metal. We've solved the seed. Everyone, round of applause here. We've solved the seed already. We're good. We have the knowledge.
But does Eddaket have the knowledge? Does GenericDude have the knowledge? We're about to find out.
This feather should tell him that this is on the path to the Hive Tunnel item, and the Hive Tunnel item is on the path to the slam, or is on the same path as the Slam, which means it's very likely Strong Kong in the Hive Tunnel area. So I think you can get away with skipping that item. You can't get away with skipping Hunky Chunky because you need Hunky Chunky for both K. Rool and potentially Pound the X, if that is something. Maybe Pound the X is key 6, and Sax is on the metal. That actually fits better. You put Sax on Cave's Diddy Metal and then key 6 on Pound the X.
Welcome to bonus stage.
The piano game is Wath 2. I completely forgot that. Alright, how do you fit that in? Maybe that's our... Thanks, I hate it. I have no idea. That's our Peanut. That's Peanut. Peanut on piano game. We got it. We got it. Wait, no, but the Slam has to lead to that. How does the Slam lead to that? Rocket Barrel? No. Oh no, because Slam leads to Rocket Barrel. We're good, we're good, we're good. No, but... okay, yeah, that does...
Alright, it looks like we're good. Here. We're gonna go in here. I don't blame Edda for coming here. If we know
I think this tracks.
I
think this all tracks. The Fairy Queen's Gift is indeed a check. It is an Outer Isles check as well. Whereas the Slam in the Rareware Banana Room is separate. It is not our Outer Isles check of choice today. Not today. So Red Slam for Generic, he is cruising. He's on his way to get his Rocket Barrel here. Skip Strong Kong entirely. Okay, so Eddaket is following the Feather Path. I think he's just going to pull Strong Kong here, which is not going to be good for him because he's going to be like, oh, duh. All right, great.
But also, don't forget, there is another potion here, too.
And a hint as well. It's possible this hint gives us some solid info, but it is a relatively later hint because, you know, it's behind Feather. Hints try really hard not to lock themselves, so it's possible this is a little bit of information from later in the seed that will reveal themselves. It's also a pretty fast minigame he got, so that's not too bad. Just a good keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Alrighty. Generic on his way to Rocket Barrel. So this is... Oh, it's bait. That's unbelievable. Which means this is Strong Kong in the stump. Okay, well... Ah. Okay. Alright, game. Alright, I see you, game. Good one, very funny.
Oh, there's our confirmation. Caves Diddy Metal Wave the Horde.
Big hint. Big. Can we do Caves Diddy Metal? Let's have a look. Peanut Rocket Barrel, Guitar Rocket Barrel, Mini Twirl Rocket Barrel. So Guitar Rocket is enough. We're good to go.
And that's exactly where Ed is going. I think that's going to be... I think that hint really is pushing him over here.
I think that's our key 6. Or maybe not our key 6, but it could be our saxophone for Pound the X, I think. Unfortunately, we don't have Peanut. We do need Peanut quite badly for DK rule. I think that's on the piano game. I think that makes the most sense. But now Generic has caught up with Rocket Barrel, so now he's got to basically just go runner to try and keep pace with Eddaket, especially because Eddaket has a pretty solid GB lead here. Eddaket is at 64 functionally, with 55 GBs and 9 blueprints. Generic is a little bit behind on GBs, so he's got to play really efficiently if he wants to keep pace. Just keep picking correct and don't stop. Skip the strong Kong. Back to
potential
Caves.
high five in here.
Yep. I think he smelled Caves Diddy Metal too. I think he's smelling it. Okay, well it's not upper cabin. There's nothing in upper cabin. Oh no, there is stuff in upper cabin.
There's three bunches.
Yeah, I forgot spring existed, much like many of... Well, that's not the first time I've done that.
This will also get you 2 additional checks here, which isn't too bad. Gotta make that final push towards... I mean, he already has enough for 64, but like...
Yeah, he's not even worried about the checks
He
at
just
all.
wants to do the dump of 9, because that puts him at 64 anyway, so he's just not bothered with it anymore.
He's gone instantly. That's... Wow. He's locked in. Here we go. Now you gotta run over to the cranky area, fly around the igloo for a while, scoop up your nans. Don't even bother shooting that cop, just give him a drum solo to end his life. That goes hard.
Alright.
Alright, Generic, runner, where are you going? He got his hunky from away the horde shopping caves, and now he's running back to Japes. What are we afraid of in Japes?
Is he gonna go get the bait?
He wants the hive potion. Yep.
Alright, saxophone
slam. There we go. That is a perfect answer for Pound the X. Pound the X for key 6. And then you could actually just go straight to Helm and get the trombone hint if you want, but I'm pretty sure the trombone is just in the lobby, so you're kind of just on the way. Life is good.
Yeah. So
what are you? What are you doing here? That's not real, right? That homing ammo is total garbage, right?
So we got
this is
trombone is going to be in Isles lobby, or sorry, the Helm lobby, which gets you primate punch from the piano game, and then key 6 is just out here, right? That's
no, it's a main aisle hint for Chunky Carol. I think it is the Summit Barrel for the Summit Barrel or Roof Dirt for punch, and then Peanut is on the piano game. Because you need Caves Helm lobbies to lead to both. So if you get trombone has to lead to both somehow.
Yeah.
And those are both trombone lock checks, which fits pretty much perfectly. It is so unbelievably toxic that the bait vial is the first one here, and then you could take like 2 steps further and see the vial that you're actually here for, which is the strong Kong and the stump. It's just so rude.
I think Edda is going to opt to get the triangle hint. I mean, like I said, we have to kind of do this anyway, so...
E6, Pound the X, huge. Well, you got to come in this way anyway, right? You have to get trombone here. And then, well...
Maybe not.
Take a dive. Well, oh, you also... Oh, no, he's taking a dive because he hasn't dumped yet. He needs to get to 64 here.
He almost alta-tweeted himself. Very good.
He was in one alta-tweet line and then transposed into another. It's just brilliant. Actually, genius. all his blueprints. He will get to 64 here, no problem. Generic, meanwhile, is back to looking at the kinks in the system. Why Forest? Is he thinking Forest Funky? He might be thinking Forest Funky. He's not thinking Forest Funky. He's thinking Rocket Barrel, I think. Check top of the mushroom, have a look there. Try and figure something out with Key 6, but Rocket Barrel is explained by that Caves Diddy Metal hint he just saw, so I don't think he needs to do any of this.
Nice, easy game here.
No problemo. And the theory is that this is Trombone. I think you still go beat Helm right now anyway, because you're just here. And then you just find Punch and Peanut on the way out. Or once you're done. There's Trombone. Okay, apparently I guess the vines don't stick with you. You just have to eat the lava, I guess. Sure, why not?
Oh, we got the bean!
Oh, huge!
Generic may lose this race, but he got the bean, so who's the real winner here?
He's won in our hearts. Absolutely enormous. Main aisle to Chunky. Alright, let's put Punch on the beanstalk. Let's go. Bang. I don't think that fits, but it'd be hype. That would be hype.
Alright, there shouldn't be any like 2% tricks here. You have all the moves need to be all mini games as DK's Chunky, so I'm not gonna really worry here.
You could get got with the Punch box.
Oh wait, no, there's Punch, that's right. You could get 2% with Chunky.
That would be very funny, because we're pretty sure we know where Punch is. And like it's like, yeah, I'll get Punch later, but if you, you don't do it, it's like kind of a disaster. Anyway, that might be a hard minigame. I actually don't think you can roll that game, so I actually think we're safe. Oh yeah, and Punch would be to key 8 in that world, so yeah, I think we're chilling. We're very safe. Alright, Generic wanting to believe runs the beanstalk. Remember when I said these might be our hardest settings ever? I think Eddaket is making quick work of them. That's for sure. It's impressive work so far. His final exam will be solving the Peanut and Punch problem, and I think he has the info to do it. If he's seen the main aisle hint, if he's seen the piano game hint, which I'm pretty sure he saw the piano game hint because it's that hint is right next to the piano game, which is very funny. The beanstalk is dead. That is a great tragedy, truly.
You know what else is a great tragedy? Look at column 4 in our tracker right now. Obviously, we're going to be getting Primate Punch, but...
Wow.
Just nothing there.
What the heck? That is weird.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Right, so Eddaket's taking a look at the summit barrel. He's like, is it actually up here? Which one is it? Or no, Generic's taking a look at the summit barrel. He's like, I think there might be something up here. Hang on, let's have a look. This is one of the guesses I think it is. It's either here or roof dirt. He could do everything, but...
There it is!
Oh, man. That is looking a little bit too good to not be Punch. And yep, it's not roof dirt, so... He has Rocket Barrel, but you need Trombone to spawn the Rocket Barrel pad. He cannot do that. He needs to get his Trombone from Helm Lobby, which is also hinted, and I'm kind of surprised he isn't running towards. He can do that, right? He's got vines, he's got Gorilla Gun, he's got Monkey Port. He's got no problems there. He can scoop up everything else besides Key 6, and he has the Key 6 hint for the Caves Diddy Medal. He has the pieces, he's just got to put them together to solve the seed all at once.
Generic still trying to track down all these tiny potions shops, or tiny potions and shops.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking for something else, I think. I'm not sure what he's looking for. Because I feel like he has all the answers he needs to solve the seed. I think.
It's hard to say, because, like, we know they don't have the same access to hints anymore. Like, he may have forgotten something.
That is definitely tricky. It is tough to know what they do know and what they don't know. Because they've looked at different doors. We look at them all equally because we are the omniscient narrator. It is good to be the king and all that. But here we go. So Eddaket has solved the piano game. This one's a little more direct. It tells you, hey, go to the piano game with your trombone. Life is good. He will get his peanuts here, I think. I'm pretty sure it's peanuts. And then he's got the much tougher problem of solve your punch. We think there's a pretty solid answer. We think Generic has seen the answer. Does Eddaket have the answer? Or are we pressing F to pay our respects?
Not yet.
Red Slime piano game. That's some good stuff. D.
No F yet.
Great point in chat. I like the order of operations. If you get your peanut first, you can't get screwed by a rocket barrel thing. Oh, and there's the second Caves Medal hint. That one's pointing at the slam.
Yep.
And that's like, oh, there's a second thing on Caves Medals. Oh shoot, I need to go back to Caves and scoop up the other thing. And he is running towards Aztec. What are you going to Aztec for?
There's peanuts.
Peanut the piano game?
Let's see if Eddaket knows the lore, and the answer looks like no. He might.
I think it's a yes. It's just he hasn't spawned the rocket barrel pad yet, so he's gonna.
He might just be doing Aztec roof, maybe.
And this is a fine hedge.
He's gone. He's gone.
This is a fine hedge because 2 of the 3 checks you can practically skip turning on the rocket barrel pad. And he sees that's a GB and that's a GB. So now he's like, okay, it better be here.
Eddaket has officially solved. Well, we think he solved the seed. We're about to find out.
This better be punch. If this isn't punch, it will lead you straight to punch. So like if it's like grape or something, you just check every grape check in the game. Which, okay, admittedly is a lot, but it's a straightforward solution. What was it, Chunky 5-door cabin? That was Gorilla Gun. That was the big problem. Or no, that wasn't Gorilla Gun. That was Feather. Feather to get your Strong Kong to get the rocket barrel out of the quicksand cave.
Welcome to bonus stage.
And Edda has missed the bean barely. That is tragic. I don't think he's going back for it if this is punch. That is highly unfortunate. You hate to see it. Yeah, I think Generic just is missing a hint. I think he's just short some info that we got that he did not. I don't know which.
There we go. That's go mode.
Huge. Get out of here. Take the warps. Go.
We're gonna be finishing sub 152. Fantastic performance by Eddaket.
Well done. Settings are pulling no punches, and yet he did not flinch. We got a Diddy phase. What's the order? We got a Diddy phase, a Chunky phase, and a Lanky phase, and we are out of here.
There's one down. Triangle is going to probably trip people up, was it hinted? So remember, Triangle is castle surroundings. It was on Lanky's hedge maze. As far as we know, there was no hints for castle at all. That's just like a sphere 0 check. It's possible there's a hint. It's possible there's a hint for it somewhere. But
that's a classic lightly locked location. I mean, Generic climbed castle and got rewarded for it with that triangle early, and then just the pieces didn't fall in play for him. He missed some portion of the puzzle that Edda had, and had leveraged it into solving the seed once he eventually got to finding his trombone, or his triangle. That triangle is probably the trickiest thing to get. Ours required?
For
can Generic
medal.
not get... Oh, he can't get the Diddy medal. Oh, that is unfortunate, huh? But he could just get trombone out of Helm Lobby and then go get his peanuts. So he's still got other options.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have key 6. Oh my god, you need key 6 to get in there. I'm stupid.
Uh-oh.
Wow, yeah, that guitar is evil, huh? That guitar is the...
Yeah, that was a good call out. That guitar...
Well, when you know it, you could see the guitar. It's in Snide's room. The guitar is just in the spring check in Snide's room. It seems like guitar is practically required for this, although it does depend on where Twirl is, I think. Twirl could be your other answer. We do not know where that is. That's pretty evil. You need to find... Looks like guitar or Twirl to get that. Oof. Is there any way to squeeze this metal out somehow? Let's see. You could do the Twirl cut to get some more bananas out of the Twirl cave. Yeah, you can actually skip Twirl. You could get that metal. You get 5 by Funky, 5 by the Waterfall Bunch, and like 10. 5 on Warp 4. 20 around the igloo area.
He's gonna miss the banana.
Oh no! Ah, sweet. See you, bud. But yeah, you get 35 with Rocket alone, and then Peanut gets you a balloon, you're good to go. Guitar gets you lower cabin, you're good to go. Or Mini would get you... Mini plus Twirl gets you into the Twirl cave to get another 10 there. So you could just do the Twirl skip to get more Diddy bananas and get Diddy's medal that way. And I think that's what Generic's best option is here.
Eddaket about to land the final blow on K. Rool, and he's going to end with about a 144. GG Edda.
I'm GG. A 144.10 in the race time.
Fantastic first job in these things by Edda. Getting 3rd place overall. Not too bad.
That's a snipe. That's a snipe. Oh my god.
Oh my god, all the snipes. And of course, Charles finished 10 minutes ago. Like, there's zero surprises there.
You can take the man out of the season 3, but you can't take the season 3 out of the man. My god. Well done, well done. He takes 3rd place in that race lobby of a hearty 30 entrants for season 3.5.
5 people done, and 2 of them did not participate in season 3. This is gonna be a crazy season 4 once we get there.
They're Trying to look at this. Hello.
Mornin.
Mornin and GG's.
GG's. That was those were some settings.
Yeah.
This was your first time doing like settings like this. I don't know how much dev you've done.
Yeah,
in
like
recent times.
I've done some. The only CLO I've really done was Kevin, and then like the season 3 contender seeds or whatever they were called. And
Experimentals, yeah.
yeah, so it was. The CLO part didn't really get me too much. It was the dose stores. I don't know. I'm just like running all over the place. I'm like, I need to get my hints. I'm leaving levels without my hints. I don't know what I'm doing.
Worked down the wash and got just enough stuff to make it work.
Yeah, there were a few things I stumbled on that were really nice. Like Vines, I think is unhinted. Or at least not the doors I got.
We did not see any hints for vines.
Yeah,
Not
Triangle
a
as well.
Triangle a little eviler. That was in a little bit of a more awkward spot and very essential early.
Yeah, and it was, you couldn't get it. You can't get the hint without key 6, and it locks key 6. So it was
Generic.
oh my god.
He's having a moment. He's having a moment with us.
But yeah, no, it was definitely interesting settings, like I said. I do like the dose stores a lot. It's just a matter of like actually remembering to go to every hint door, because there were some things like I left castle without climbing, and in hindsight, like the hints there weren't amazing, but like those hints could have been something important. And then the hint in the feather, like in the hive area, was the savior of the seed, where it was like, you need to get your Cave's Diddy medal. Wow. And then that blew things open.
I'm just gonna let you know I had that pinned like 15 minutes into the seed.
All
I'm
right.
gonna let you know it was kind of obvious the whole time. I'm not gonna lie, it was just all right there in front of you. I don't know what you were thinking.
Welcome, Generic GG's.
Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry, Professor. I failed the exam.
That's tough, buddy.
Well,
Unfortunately, yeah,
you do get extra credit for showing off, one, the bean, because Eddaket didn't do that. And
did find the
two,
bean.
your fantastic picture choices showing off the Dev 4.0 features. So thank you for that.
I forgot about them until they were on the screen. I also forgot about me putting in the alt to tweet 1. So just there it's snide, just, oh no, the unhinted banana medals.
Oh.
But yeah, that seed got completely derailed for me because I just forgot that one door in factory by the DK arcade, and that was the tiny hint, and I just had no idea where she was.
And I thought you just hated Tiny, and we were like, God, he just hates Tiny. He's not going back to the island.
I had no idea where she was.
Now.
I had no idea where she was at all. It just, as soon as I realized, it's like, oh, she's right there.
Because I'm just a hater.
I feel like that was me with Diddy. Like, I didn't get the Diddy hint for a while, and then when I got it, it was like a shop in Caves, and I was like, oh, I've got a Caves Tiny shop. I'm not going there anytime soon. So I waited till I got Tiny to then go to Caves, and it was like Diddy was there on a DK shop, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I was going around just clearing levels. I just found Diddy.
Yeah, so
It's like,
Generic,
oh,
what happened with diving, Generic? You left Japes without buying it from Shared Funky, and we were like, that's not good.
So, the thing about these randomized portal spawns, they're really cool. They change up the routing.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they change up the routing.
Yeah.
And I took an extremely weird route, and I just forgot. And I was like 2 minutes later when it's like, oh, I didn't buy that shared file. Huh.
So let me read this then, Generic. What do you think you're looking for right now?
If I had to wager a guess, what I'm looking for right now is key 6. Because I know up in the Helm Lobby barrel, that has to be trombone.
Yep.
Trombone to then do, factory piano game, which probably is going to be Peanuts?
Yep.
I think?
Yep.
And then obviously to do the Summit barrel, which I paid, and that's Punch.
Yep.
So,
There.
and
So
that
then,
is really it.
your unresolved way of the horde. Caves Diddy Metal.
Yeah. So I need guitar.
Or
Do
you
I
do the
not?
twirl skip.
Is that actually?
It would
Okay,
be
wait.
enough.
Yeah, so there's 10 by that. There's 5 on the 4 pillar. There's there really 25 over by the igloo?
There's 20 in the air.
20 in the air, and then there's the 5 on the 4 pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just enough. Or you could have found
is there
your
10 in there? Is there 10 in that little tiny space?
There's indeed 10.
Okay. Well, thanks
or
45 medals.
Or you could have found your guitar on the Isle Snide Spring Barrel. That might hurt more.
Well, you know. I mean, missing Tiny for that long absolutely blew my brain up, so, I mean, it's fine.
It do be like that.
Yeah.
It do be like that, that's for sure. These settings are pretty brutal. The transition to hints back on doors is definitely going to be a good god for some time.
Yeah. And I don't know how much you've practiced with those doors, Eddaket. I've only done one seed with those doors.
This was my first.
Okay.
I knew how they operated, but I will say, if anything, I like them because I'm only getting one hint at a time, which means I can write them down while I'm moving.
Mm-hmm.
It also just lets you like process parts of it better than just waiting for the whole thing to get dumped on you, and then you can kind of make it work.
Yeah.
That's what I found would happen a lot with progressive hints, at least, is that you just get so much information that it's like, okay, well, I can figure out where my next point of progression is when the next hints drop, and then, okay, when the next hints drop, I can figure out my next point of progression, and it just kind of, it cascades, whereas now you kind of have to, like, pick and choose your analysis as you go. Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
On top of that, you get periodic jump scares when your hints turn up, and it tells you, oh my god, Aztec Tunnel, Quicksand Cave, you need Red Slam. Ah!
So I was really bad at marking my levels early. I was convinced in my head that Aztec was 6. So when I got the first slam, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I stumbled on the second slam. I think it was a Way of the Horde. And I was like, why do I need Red Slam? And then I looked at my tracker again, and it said Aztec was 7. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that would have been really bad.
Yeah. But yeah, GG Eddaket.
GG.
Definitely solved this one a lot better than I did.
And I trust you learned your lesson on how jetpack works.
Yeah. All right. I knew that there was it obviously tells you if it's foolish or something of value.
Yep.
And then I completely spaced on the fact that there is also a preview once you have enough fairies.
Yep.
So I just did jetpack, and it was a fairy, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
That tracks. Son of a gun, that tracks.
I have had a seed once where it said, oh, you need this, and then it was just a pearl.
Oh, yeah.
And after that, I wanted to check to make sure that, especially since I knew banana fairies were important, I want to make sure this isn't just a bait, right? And unfortunately, it did add like 5 seconds every time I went to Cranky, but well, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Also, the CLO trend of Aztec costing the most is still in play.
Classic.
What is it about Aztec?
So
It actually, okay, so much of that is actually alleviated with DK Portal Rando, but that's kind of technical, so we don't need to get into that. But I think this seed was largely a coincidence, but
Yeah.
I think it used to happen mostly because of the guitar door, right?
because of vines.
Yeah,
Oh, fine.
it was
Okay.
definitely because of Vines.
But DK Portal Rando bypasses that, so we're chilling. So that's our debut 3.5 settings. They're very hard, as it turns out. As we approach the 2-hour mark, we have 6 racers out of our 30 done. So everyone's having a great time, it seems. We'll see how things go from here. As we approach the impending, looming 4.0 full release. We needed a quick start. We needed an early start to things so we could get the kinks out of the system.
Yeah, well, hope you all had a great time. And once we cut this stream, we need to get to work on getting 3.5 on the dev site so people can actually start to play.
Yeah.
All right, that being said, I think we are all done. Let's go ahead and raid. Looks like Zenernicus, one of our top 32 from season 3, is streaming DK64 speedruns, so we'll go ahead and rate him. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, team. Catch you in the next one. I'm taking attendance. You better be there. Morning.
Morning.
Morning.